Hi there folks, welcome to Dunzy's Guitar World 2. Welcome to another Master the Monster Metal Riff.
Monster Metal Riff.
Indeed. So this one is more up to date from the 90s than most of my usual stuff, but this is an absolutely killer monster metal riff. One of my favourite riffs of all time actually. So the album is called Tunes of War. I just did a whole video on it recently, which I can't believe only 71 people watched. It's a great album. The band are Gravedigger, and the song is Scotland United. Scotland, I'm looking out at Scotland. So this one is tricky in terms of getting this up to speed, but I think today's lesson is really about how you go about doing that, because when I first heard this, I couldn't play this up to speed either. I mean, arguably I still can't play it properly up to speed. So really this is really just how to go about getting things, almost to the album tempo. So as ever, the expectation level here is, this is just how I think it goes. Now gear wise, we're in drop D tuning, bottom string is down to a D. I'm using my old Japan Squire Telecaster with a Seymour Duncan humbucker in the bridge, and I'm playing through a Marshall 70 Super Lead as I normally do on 90% of my videos, but I've got a bit of an overdrive in front of it, so this is my tone in a drop D. Fairly chunky. So yes, it's very fast, this song, but let's go on with it, and I'll show you how I think it goes, and I'll show you how I managed to get it almost up to speed and how it might help you along here. So let's do it. So the first thing that I would do is try and work out the chords that are being used. Don't worry about getting this up to speed. This is a lot of palm muting on the bottom string. Now I've said this in a few videos, I'm not sure if I go too fast with doing this. I'm kind of just assuming that people know how to do palm muting on an open string, but it's this part of my hand, the fleshy part of my hand, is resting just, if I can focus on that, focus on this, yeah, just on the strings, just in front of the bridge, and it's kind of stopping this string making too much noise between chords. So without muting, I mean that's probably okay for punk and early Venom stuff, but we really want to be controlling, certainly for German heavy metal, we need to be controlling what we're doing here. So that's palm muting. We're not moving this whole hand, we're keeping our hand here and just go. So yeah, so that's the intro to the part that I'm now going to do. So the chords I worked out, this whole thing is just power chords. So we're going from C, we start on a C power chord, so that's 3 of A, 5 of D, and we go up to D, 5 of A, 7 of D. Now slowly, we won't even put the pedal tone in here, this is just what we're playing. And again, and the third one, and the fourth one is a C, and we go down to A sharp power chord, 1 of A, 3 of D. So that's the first thing to master, and just play it slowly. This song, double bass drumming, is super fast, but you don't win a Formula 1 race on your first try. So that's the 3 chords in this part of the intro. There is only 2 parts, but this is how we do it. So it's so that is the first part of how we play this riff. Now the next bit you need to get used to is, like I said earlier, is the palm muting of the E. So I'd maybe try that just so you can get the control of this bottom string really. I mean, it's easy for me to say this is easy because I've been doing this for a while, But I completely understand when I first started playing this, I found it almost impossible. So yeah, really the second part is about controlling the string. To start, and then we start putting those chords in. Again, we're not playing it fast. It doesn't have to be the perfect rhythm at this point in time. So we start with the dump, 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 and then we start with the pedal tone. So I would just do that for a while until we get used to playing those two different elements together. So we start with the and then start building up the speed. And just keep playing that over and over. So that is the first part that's played before the band come in. So you can see how important it is we need to keep control of this bottom string. If we weren't dampening it, this would be, well, it might sound okay, but it would sound like, you know, you need to keep control of this string in between chords. So on the album, the bands all come in on that last chord, and then there's a great big long pick slide, you know. Maybe lasts about 4 bars. There's a huge drum roll, and then we all stop, and then we're straight in to the second part of the riff. So the second part of the riff starts the same. It's a C to the D, and again. So very similar, the first three are the same. So the first three are the same, the C to the D, and then the last one is different from the first version. This one goes from the C to an F power chord, which will be 8 of A, 10 of D, back to an E power chord, which will be 7 of A, 9 of D, up to this G power chord, which will be 10 of A and 12 of D. So that's that one. Back to the first one. And then we're into the verse, which actually modulates down to, I think, A. But that's a lesson for another day. So I will play the second part. Again, we're using the bottom string controlled with a palm mute with those chords, and I'll also do that. Like that. So again, build the speed up. And that is your monster metal riff from German metal legend Gravedigger from the album Tunes of War, Scotland United. So I hope that was helpful. Like I say, there's not a lot in it, it's just a few power chords, but the secret is how you combine the control of your pedal tone on it, especially on a bottom string or even A string. You know, it could be ringing and ringing and ringing. You need to stop that ringing while you're playing the power chords, which are going kind of between it, if that makes sense. And like I said, you know, you don't win your 100 meters the first time out, so please do try and build it up to speed. That's really what today's lesson is about, how to build a bit of speed up. Rome wasn't built in a day, neither was Edinburgh Castle. As ever, folks, privilege and a pleasure bringing you content on Dunsi's Guitar World 2. Cheers for now.